Okay, we call this Rockridge Public School board meeting to order. Okay, everything about tonight's meeting is located on the table entering this room, or you can go to rockridgepublicschools.org to look at tonight's agenda. I would ask everybody to please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to our meeting. Let the record reflect that Director Sorkin is absent. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved, Reardon.
Moved by Director Reardon.
Support.
Support by Director Yuan. Any discussion? I guess we have to add some stuff to the agenda. Is that correct? We have to add the resolution.
Asking that one, yeah.
Yeah, the resolution that you got in front of you from the IRRB. I'm going to add that. And
Will it be added under administration then, or?
yes, they'd have to be approved by roll call, I do believe, correct? So,
Yep.
okay,
Any resolution?
yeah. And a correction to the agenda 4.9, the change of Matt Craig to Dominic Olabanti. So on 4.9, you just change that to Dominic Olabanti as the director. We're going to add the resignation of Casey Smith, para, effective February 16, 2024, to the consent agenda. And we will go through the committee assignments when we approve them to add. Director Logger has to be on meet and confer on January 18th for an email to me with what assignment she wanted to be on, and she didn't get put on that list. So we will make the correction. We'll complete the committee assignments because there's still some open spots that need to be filled. So when we get to approve that, we will fill it out and then approve it as it is. Okay, any more discussion on the agenda? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Recognition of visitor input. We have two visitors. We got a Kathleen Disterhop wants to speak on activity funds, and we got a Christina Turner wants to speak on bowling. So Catherine, can you come up and speak? You have 3 minutes.
So I wanted to talk about the school funds, the Nelson Activity Fund, the Franklin Activity Fund, the Evelyn Gilbert Junior High Activity Fund. I strongly believe that these school funds are the Gilbert and Evelyn Schools and Foundation funds, and that they should be put together in a separate activity fund for the Wrenchen schools, so they do not have to have fundraisers. These funds can be used for field trips and activities, which is what their original intent was for. These funds were originally raised by Gilbert and Evelyn citizens. Therefore, I feel they should be used for Evelyn and Gilbert citizens, which a lot of them go to Little Wrenchen Elementary. So that's a good fit for those. The local businesses, ones in Evelyn and Gilbert, supported these funds. Did you ask them what they would like to see? They had signs up. I'm sure you all have seen them over the years. It is not fair or right to take these funds away from the local communities of Evelyn and Gilbert who donated them and put them in a general fund. For example, the Gilbert Preschool used to walk down to visit the fire hall, no cost. This is not possible anymore. They could use these funds from a Laurentian activity fund is what it could be called, and still do a field trip. They also did a field trip to local businesses that they walked to as well. They no longer can do that due to where the school is located. Again, these funds could be used for that, as opposed to have to fundraise like what Parkview sometimes has to do. These are just examples of possibilities. They could bring in programs. The Laurentian could bring in programs such as the yo-yo one and the activity course like what Parkview had. Laurentian has not had that. Again, these funds could be called the Laurentian Activity Fund. In regards to the high school activity fund, that's a harder one, but again, I really think that the lower ones, the Nelsheen, the Franklin, and the Evelyn Junior High should all go toward Laurentian and not towards the general fund. The second point, and I know, I just wanted to formally request the school board to request Veit and Kraus Anderson to set aside more bricks and special architectural pieces from the buildings since none were saved, including the name pieces for the McKinley Historical Society. The Historical Society in McKinley isn't as well organized as Evelyn and Virginia are, so they didn't even get pieces off of any of the buildings. So if you could formally request them to have and save some of those white architectural pieces, or if they happen to find, like, for example, the G from that, there's nothing saved from the auditorium, from the arch, or any of those things that the school board should have saved those. And I know some of those are gone, but I know on some of the buildings you might still be able to find some of those pieces, even if they aren't in full. So McKinley Historical Society would like that. For example, I was notified that there's a school, I'm not sure exactly where, but over in McKinley, where they actually saved the name place off of the school, and they actually have it there and then the year with the school, which I thought was a really nice way to remember that school was there, especially since the McKinley Historical Society doesn't have a lot on the schools in Gilbert. So having something would be better than not having anything for these. That's something that the school board could still do at this time. And the other reason for set aside more bricks is there's been hundreds of people that have gone past and taken pictures and videos at these sites. And they've set aside maybe 50 bricks, if that, from the junior high and the other. And that's not really fair considering our taxpayer dollars have gone towards paying for these schools. And so I just ask you I would just ask you to save those pieces. And my final thing is I really want to ask the school board to who you're representing, because I don't feel like I'm represented, and I can tell you the number of Gilbert and Evelyn people that I talk to with the Gilbert site don't feel that they're represented either. Thank you.
Thank you. So you want
Members of the school board, normally I don't object anything, but one thing I want you to know is that your auditor in the state of Minnesota is strongly recommending closing activity accounts. And the reason for that is that those are the accounts that become targets, and other people have, not us, nothing here. But it's cleaner if they close them. And these are some old accounts. So what we're doing is, and you'll see this later on the agenda, the auditor in the state of Minnesota, MD, is strongly recommending to close the accounts. The money will go into the general fund. However, the money is staying there. So Andrea can still account and keep track. So for example, Laurentian, there was a student account from the old Evelyn Gilbert. So that money is still there. Andrea can still keep track of it. And so then Laurentian will spend the money. So all the other student activity accounts, the money will stay there and it'll be used in the building for the kids who raised it and it was intended for. So I just want to make that clarification so the board knows what we're doing with that.
Nobody's out anything.
So the people that made the money, it will
Are
go
gonna
to
get
them.
Yeah.
Yep,
Got it.
yep.
Okay, thank you. And then maybe we can talk to Carl Sanders and maybe set some bricks out or whatever from our people, because a lot of people have asked me.
We could, and if there's a historical society out there who wants some stuff, all I ask is that they send us a simple letter asking for what they want. We have not received any requests from that historical society so far.
Okay. Right, up next on visitor input, we got a Christina Turner wants to speak on bullying. And you have 3 minutes, Christina.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm here to basically have you guys look at the bullying policies and the people who are put forth to, I don't know how to say it, run it or whatever you want to call it. Because my daughter personally has, in the last week, had me in there 5 times. My son is off the bus because of it. There is multiple parents, grandparents, friends that have had their children taken out of the school. I just beg and hope that we can come to something to fix it. It's really all I have to say.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak?
My name is Kevin Turner. Christine, my daughter. I was born and raised in this town, 65 years. And I'm gonna tell you honest truth. I don't think probably any one of you know anything about what's going on about the bullying, because it never gets high enough up to you. The principal probably don't even know half of it. I'm gonna tell you straight out, mixing it through school, we've been rivals. Virginia Evans for the 65 years. I've been living plus. But when you brought them both together, it really brought out business. I'm gonna tell you, these kids don't get along. Different towns, they battle. But bullying is supposed to be a zero tolerance, if I understand right. In these schools, am I right? Zero tolerance, none. Now, you got bullying. You can't do nothing to these children. You can't suspend them. You can't detention them. What do you do with it? I think you guys gotta start bringing yourself down to listen to these teachers, these people that are trying to handle these kids, and start talking to them more and see what you can get out of them and find out what you can do to resolve it. Because like I say, my granddaughter's coming home, grandson, and I got more grandkids coming through the school. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, if things don't change, they will go to Cary, they'll go to Mount Iron, because you'll lose students. And you're gonna lose money when you lose students. Fact is fact. So look at it, and I say, it's nothing to play with. Bullying is no, we used to get suspended when we got in trouble. We got in school detention, we got in trouble. Why can't they do it anymore? It's time to crack down.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the audience wants to speak? Okay, we'll move right along. The consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Consent agenda.
Make that motion to approve.
One second.
By Director Yuhan, support by Colbert Dahl. Any discussion? With none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Reports, item 5.
You guys are up. First
Yeah.
time.
Yep, you guys are up.
Oh, wait, connect.
Let's see if we can get this pulled. Otherwise, we're going to use closing.
Okay.
All right. Hello, I'm Ashton Floysted, and I'm here to present the very first Rockbridge student report. So, the first item on our report, getting in touch with the student body. Right now, I've had students come up to me and talk to me about a few issues they've been concerned about. And that's really our only method right now. And so we're looking into other ways to contact the student body. And primarily, I think we're thinking a survey on the bulletin or on the website. And we're trying to figure out how to get that set up and working. Secondly, we'd like to congratulate the Rockbridge journalism class for running the Rockbridge Rundown. Has been a great success, has been very informing and entertaining. I've seen it being played on Friday, almost every class I've seen a progress a lot. So that's highly recommend continuing the program. So with that, we have the start of the new semester coming up here, or next school year. So registration's coming up. And there's been a few questions and concerns that popped up. but they've been answered. It's going smoothly. Next up, Smell Week. It's coming up here, February 26th to March 1st. And so on that is going to be the pre-assembly on Friday before Smell Week. Coronation Monday, Pep Fest Friday, and yeah. Next up, there's been a few successes in the sports teams. Primarily, we'd like to congratulate DECA for, I think, over half of the students in DECA have made it to state, and the ski team have also made it to state. And also, I'd like to bring up the band concert that came up Thursday last week. That was performed by students, and I think they did a good job. I heard my dad talking about it. I didn't personally see it, but through my dad, he said it was good. And choir concert is coming up Saturday, the 24th. And I have, how should I put this? Great hopes, Phil. I hope they do good. Thank you, and that's my student report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank
And I
you.
also would like to add that the choir concerts are with the Concordia College, which I think is such a cool opportunity, that the kids got to bring in the Concordia College students, and they actually got to workshop with them as well. So I'm really looking forward to that.
All right.
Super
That was a
cool.
little thing that they got to do.
Thank you.
So that ends the student report then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just for knowledge, would you like them, do you have a preference on if they go up to the podium or if they can go ahead and stay here?
They should stay right here, I
I feel like they'd
think.
be more comfortable, like just sitting where they are, and as like if, because they're just regular members.
They're part of the board. They should sit right, we don't go up there. They should sit right here and talk.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so going forward, you can just go ahead and do it right there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd be fun with that too.
awesome.
All right.
Nervous this first time.
All right. You did well.
great.
Yes,
You
you
did
did great.
So next is 5.2, the North Star Elementary Principals Report with Scott Mannion.
We're gonna come up here a little closer so they don't have to yell.
Hi, my name is Cora Murray. I'm from North Star Elementary. I'm talking about sleds and why we are using sleds. Students at North Star Elementary have had the opportunity to use the sliding hill during the past 2 years. We appreciate the change. We appreciate the chance to use the sleds gifted to us. And from that grows a large level of respect. If we can't respect the sleds by using them responsibly, we simply lose them. As our sliding season came to an end, we knew that treating the sleds as our own provided us with the option to continue to use our new favorite sliding hill. Respecting ourselves is important, but also learning to respect awarded opportunities pays off. We are using these sleds so we can show Mr. Manny how we treat nice things. And did you know that 5th grade has not lost any sleds, but I can't say the same about the other grades. We are practicing with sleds so we can show that we can treat the school as our own.
Awesome.
Great job,
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Echo. I'm a 5th grade student of Miss Keeman's class at North Star Elementary. Today I will be talking about Project Suitcase. Students of North Star Elementary have recently finished our Project Suitcases. We did this project to learn about ancestry and where our family came from. It allows us to learn about where our family came from and where we were when our ancestors were here. I think this is a very good and important thing to learn and talk about. We appreciate Mr. Manny for letting us take time out of school for this project. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Right, did you know this year we had to set goals? Goals? What are goals? Goals are something everyone needs to do no matter your age. That's right, we set goals in Miss Keeman's class on the amount of fiction books versus non-fiction books we read this trimester. We also set goals for STAR testing in math and reading. How did we do with our goals? We had a big celebration last week for all those students who met their goals.
And they received their star medals, and we gave every one of you a star medal to join us to celebrate our successful completion of our reading and math goals now that we're halfway through.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Good. No, you've been so amazing.
All right, you did amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Up next is 5.3, an update on the Evelyn 3D project with Johnson.
Sure, yeah. Hi, I'm John Soristo. The company's Fulton Visions. I've been working on the different captures of all the different schools, and Evelyn was the last of the three we were working on. Over in total, I did 990 pictures with my special camera that I have that equates to about 6,000 total pictures that have been stitched together into the model that I'm going to show you in just a few minutes here. And it builds everything into a mesh so we can kind of move around and enjoy the space. But I also made views that allow you to just click on to a play button, just like a normal media player, and it flows you through the different spaces. So I tried to make them a little entertaining, but they're as best I could, just off my guess. So if there's any changes, we can work on it and make it more entertaining for everyone. So I can show the space here. Sorry, I want to start. Or projector's not ready. Okay. I can't find the projector remote just now. So. So when I say that was over about 6,000 pictures, I think in comparison, Roosevelt was 1,500 times 54, so it was like 10,000 pictures there. About 6,000 pictures here at Evelyn, and it was about 5,000 at Gilbert. So they're all essentially capturing with high definition, beautiful pictures for posterity's sake, and be able to capture anything we want out of the model. There. Right, so it's a little later. It'll come up a little. Cool. All right, great. So this is the overall model. So it's all connected into one space, which is really exciting for me because before the other schools, I had to do multiple spaces, but this came out kind of like a big spaceship, kind of the way it looks right now. And what we can do is I can do a press play right here on the dollhouse view. You can see it kind of spin around and show you the whole space. The individual labels of all the different rooms, we'll put them together so where you can have captions on there, whatever you'd like to say about the model, but it gives us an opportunity to really see the whole overall picture of the entire school. This is called a dollhouse view. Doesn't have the outside of the building, but has all the inside assets and the features of the building. One of the most interesting was the set room up in the auditorium area up there. It was really interesting up there, fun place. And then there was a couple of costume rooms that were really interesting. But the whole school itself is really beautiful when it came all together. Wow. So we have I kind of gave the view the best I could of the school from the outside. And then if we do a stop here, do the other view I have is the highlights, I call it. School highlights. And then press play again. Kind of takes us to the different spaces that are fun at the school. And this is the caption I was talking about. We can add more details, maybe the years that there was championships or things like that can be added in the captions. The varsity locker room and the girls locker room space, the pools, all the different highlighted spaces I've got in here are really, they're fun and different. This is the walk-through view. It seems like you're actually walking in the building. So it gives us any place you can stop in here and you can zoom around and look at places or click on the floor and go to different areas. But this is kind of just a highlight reel that I created for everything to make it easier for everyone. The pools I didn't go down into like I did in Virginia because it was a little bit steeper there. So I was a little concerned about my camera taking a spill. and me too. So I was able to do this instead, so just zoom around in that way. Didn't understand the boys and girls pool, but I guess gender differences, and back in the day, that was what you did. Trip to the principal's office, of course. Had to put that in there. I was able to get the big bear. It's kind of fun. How long it took to make that thing. The rest of it is just, kind of every floor from there up to the auditorium, showing all the highlighted spaces, just anywhere down memory lane kind of thing for everyone to enjoy, and bring them to the different areas of the building that they want to look at. So you can also click on things from an up above view, and say go to the gymnasium, go to the auditorium. Trophies can have more details added to them as well, if you'd like to do that.
How are people able to access this?
The link that we did in the other school for the other locations is on the Rockridge website. All the different links to everything are available to go into the space just like this. People can click into different areas and look at the different spaces. It does blur out faces, so there were so many spaces in here that were mannequins and things like that. It blurred their faces out, so that was kind of funny. But we even were able to get up to this 360 view up here. Let's show this space up above the ropes where the rope area was. It was really interesting. Kind of looking down on the stage up above, you could see the whole space up there. And I couldn't get the whole stairway up there because it was really treacherous. But I was able to. That was really tough. So I just kind of left it at that. But just kind of thought people would want to see that. So, and the media centers in here. Just anything that I thought was interesting, but it can be added to or taken away from, whichever you like. So, but that's pretty much the space I have. Everything is at this point wrapped up. Just want to put the last little details on things and go from there. But I think we're done with the model at this point. So,
Randy, to answer your question, any and all of the work John has done is on our rrps.org website under community.
Okay.
And it'll say 3D virtual tours. And
awesome.
We'll add this one. Now, John was invited by somebody from the school board tonight. Somebody had given him a call. And so he's 95% done, obviously. And we're so glad that he came. And as he finishes this up, he'll give the link to Stacy and she'll get it right on there and we'll have everything 3D.
Excellent. It's very cool.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Questions or anything?
Captures lots of memories.
Very cool.
I got the names. Wherever there was names written on the wall, I tried to.
Yeah.
And we'll finish the other gym and everything as we can. If we're able to still get in and get the walkway and get Franklin, we'll see what happens if we have time, if John can do it or not. Because we got bumped out of Virginia too, so that may happen, but we got the high school proper here in Evelyn for sure, so.
Left it in a place where the annex can be, that's the next place that we go to, so that's where we're at right now with the model, so if we did want to go that way, it's ready to go.
Okay. Any other question for John?
Thanks for
Okay,
coming.
thanks a lot.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the update.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, up next is 5.4, the superintendent report.
A couple things I would like to let the school board know about. The first one, they both actually related to the high school tonight. Your high school just won the major construction award in the state of Minnesota. The MCA Construction Award, what that is, this is an award you don't apply for. It's from the Minnesota Construction Association. This is given to the most important construction project in the entire state, public or private. It includes everything. It includes literally everything. And you don't apply for it, they have to hear about you. Somebody has to hear about it, they have to talk about it and look at it, and your high school won it. And Kraus Anderson was the construction company who won it. They have never won this award. This is a big deal. And so, but you got it. Laurentian won an award also from the 12 Midwestern and Canadian provinces. The high school just won the largest award in the state of Minnesota. And so now we're kidding Scott Manny and North Star because now pressure's on them. Now they got to deliver on there. But congratulations to the high school, the staff, everyone else. It was incredible, and you can go online, you can see part of the award ceremony, but you impressed a lot of people from around the state of Minnesota in regards to it. They also saw, and it's on the website now, you can see the 3D of the high school and the fields, etc., as if a drone were using it. And it's kind of interesting when you're watching a whole group of 200 plus people, they've never seen this video before. A lot of oohs and ahs and gasps, and I had a lot of people come up and say, I can't believe that exists up there. We want a high school like that. We want something like, so it created a lot of jealous people that night also. But congratulations to the high school. Related to that, kind of is, I think it's kind of related, is that the high school now has a 1908 refinished baby grand in the commons area. This might be the only high school in the entire United States that has a baby grand that's over 100 years old in a main area where students and the public can see. And with permission, we want the kids to play it. So this is not something we want people just to look at. We want kids to play it. I think this was as far as I understand, this is a piano that when the Gilbert building was built, this piano was built right at that same time, and it's always been there for over 100 plus years. And so we fixed it up, refurbished it. It looks really, really nice. Kids can play it again just with permission. And the reason why we did it, and we've always said we were not building a normal high school. From the very first meeting, we said we were building a career academy high school. Well, careers have more than just tech ed and parts, even though I know we got a lot of stuff there. You have a lot of kids interested in arts, the arts, music, musicians. So why can't we have something for kids who are interested in something like that? And if some of the kids want to play some dinner music for all of the kids, why not? Why not have some kids just playing dinner music? I think it's kind of cool for the kids. So just want to let you know about the two big things. And if you're watching this, stop in sometime, sign in at the office so you can see it and take a look at the baby grand, or sometime when you're there for an event. It's really something special. It is very unique. You know, and every once in a while I hear someone says, you know, how are the kids going to treat it? They'll treat it well. Our kids are great kids. They take care of things. I know you hear about things every once in a while. I'm not worried about it because you have a lot of great kids in that high school, and they will make sure to take care of that thing. So kids will rise up to the level that you ask them to do that. So it's a great thing. So I just want to let the board know about those two things.
All right.
Yeah, it has been very great to see that being played by the students. And exciting.
Will that be the final resting spot? Could that be moved, or it's just
for now? We're
not sure.
We're going to just kind of leave it there.
I think that's awesome. Both things are cool.
Hekamovich.
They actually
Didn't
have.
Hekamovich
Yes.
one to play it?
And he did an awesome job.
Our original composer.
It was very nice, yeah.
Did it himself. That's pretty cool.
I went and saw that. Saw when they had the,
Students seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
what would you call it?
Good.
During
The debut.
Yeah, the debut of a reconditioned piano,
Yes.
the Steinway.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool to see.
More of the men.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Super neat.
yeah.
Cora,
Good.
make sure you have my daughter play.
Okay.
Okay, put
I'll-
pressure on her.
Be like, hey, Ava.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Go over there.
Mom
Okay.
said.
All right.
Mom said so.
Yes.
Thank you, Noel. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Can I get a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by
I'll
Culver
second
Dahl,
it.
supported by Westby. Any discussion on the treasurer's report? None being had. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. The policies, final reading. Okay, we're gonna do them all together.
Motion to approve them all at once.
Okay,
I
so-
will support.
Okay, so we're gonna, as you presented from 2035, 213, 410, 413, 416, 506, 515, and 620. We got a motion by Director Yuhan, support by Director Lotiger. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Administrative items, okay? This is a roll call vote to consider approval of resolution authorizing entry into joint powers agreement in the form of a declaration of trust establishing the Minnesota Trust and authorizing participation therein. Can I get a motion?
So move Reardon.
So moved by Reardon,
Support.
support by Lotiger. This will be a roll call vote. Director Reardon.
Any discussion?
Oh, any discussion on this?
Is there anything you wanted to say about it, Noel?
No, Andrea, this is kind of in your ballpark. Anything in particular you want the board to know?
Actually, all these are to establish us as Rock Ridge, so ISD 2909 instead of 2154 or 706. So we needed all these resolutions and changes to happen for those reasons.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we got a motion by Director Reardon, support by Director Lotiger, and the discussion is finished. Roll call vote. Director Reardon.
Yes.
Director Reardon's a yes. Director Lotiger.
Yes.
Director Lotiger's a yes. Director Yuhan.
Yes.
Director Yuhan's a yes. Director Addy's a yes. Director Culver Dahl.
Yes.
Director Culver Dahl's a yes. Director Westby. Director Westby is a yes. Motion passes unanimously. 7.2. I won't read it out. I'll read it out. Can I get a motion to approve 7.2?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Yuhan, support.
I'll support.
Support by Director Westby. Any discussion? None being had. It's a roll call vote. Director Reardon.
Yes.
Director Reardon's a yes. Director Lotiger.
Yes.
Director Lotiger's a yes. Director Yuhan.
Yes.
Director Yuhan is a yes. Director Culver Dahl.
Yes.
Director Culver Dahl's a yes. Director Westby.
Yes.
Director Westby's a yes. And Director Addy's a yes as well. Okay, 7.3. Can I get a motion to approve 7.3?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Director Yuhan's a motion, support by Director Lotiger. Any discussion on 7.3? With none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.4. Can I get a motion to approve
I will
7.4?
make that motion.
Motion by Director Lotiger,
Support.
support by Director Yuhan. Any discussion? None being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.5. Can I get a motion to approve 7.5?
Make the motion.
Motion by
I'll
Director.
second it.
Motion by Director Yuhan, support by Director Westby. Any discussion?
Just thank you for clarifying that, Noel.
Yes.
Yes.
Those funds will stay with those people that
Right.
fundraise the money.
And hopefully if they have questions, they can come and see you in regards to that, any staff.
Yeah,
or,
absolutely.
You know, they can come and see you. Clarification if they didn't get it here. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.6. Can I get a motion to approve 7.6?
Make the motion.
Motion by Director Yuhan, support
Support.
by Director Reardon. Any discussion? All, with none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.7. We need a motion for
I will
7.7.
make that motion.
Motion by
second it.
Director Lotiger, support by Director Westby. Any discussion? None being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.8, can I get a motion to approve 7.8?
I'll move.
Moved by Culver Dahl, support by Yuhan. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.9, I get a motion to approve 7.9.
So moved.
Moved by Director Lotiger.
Support.
Support by Director Yuhan. Any discussion? With none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.10, we get a motion to approve 7.10.
So Reardon,
Support.
Reardon, or motion by Reardon, support by Lotiger. Any discussion? With none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7.11, I get a motion to approve 7.11.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Director Westby,
Support.
support by
Lotiger.
Lotiger. Any discussion?
So we're changing the signature, then closing the safe deposit box, that's what we're doing at Miners?
I can answer that question, yes, because we need to get into the safety deposit box
Okay,
to see what is in there first. So
Yeah.
the bank is requiring and requesting us to update the signature card so we can get in there. See if we need to close it. She suggested to have it on the agenda. We probably will be closing it
okay.
because we'll see what's in the safety deposit box. It's microfiche is what I believe is in there, that we used to have to keep off site for backups.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Any more discussion on 7.11? None being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Okay, 7.12. Committee assignments. Can I get a motion to approve the committee assignments?
I will make the motion, but in addition to, as I stated, the meet and confer, I emailed on January 18th
That is
that was my number one committee of choice. And we discussed at a previous board meeting that we were gonna have 2 people on that committee. So I will make that motion with the addition of myself on meet and confer.
I'll support.
Okay, and on the, this is gonna be just a little bit, we got some committees that are not filled here. So I don't.
Good. That means the chair has to.
So, I mean, so,
It's
I
your
mean,
job.
so can I just, before we.
Which ones are still open?
I'll just say, Director Westby, are you fine with your committee assignments? Do you want it to be added to any?
No, I don't care to be added.
Okay, Director Hubbard-Dahl, are you fine with your committee assignments? Would you like to be added to any?
Yeah, I mean, initially I wanted the meet and confer, but if we're only having 2, then I understand that,
Well, you can have up to 3.
And we have to,
I think you can be on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
I
can,
know that I can't come, is it tomorrow?
I will go off meet and confer,
Okay.
because it's, right now it's Lisa, Brandy, and Bill, and so I'll put Lisa, or, Nicole, excuse me. Okay. So,
That's negotiations.
okay, John, are you fine with your committee assignments? Would you like to be added to any?
No, it's enough for me.
Randy, are you fine with your committee assignments?
Just the addition of meet and confer, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
Tim.
sorry. I'm discussing things with our.
okay. Tim, are you fine with your committee assignments? Would you like to be added to any?
I'm fine with them.
Okay, so right now we got rec board liaison, needs to be filled. We
Okay.
have,
Oh, now what is that? There's no rec board anymore?
I'm sorry, I didn't,
is it, I mean, we didn't,
it's not on here.
okay,
I do have one question though. I'm the only one on the policy committee,
Yeah, he's getting to that, I think.
yeah.
so
So I need one more on the policy committee. Right now it's Lisa, Polly, so you can write Polly in
Polly
there.
on there?
Polly in
No,
there,
Polly was on there last year, but you don't have her on.
right.
Yeah.
Because she sent me a text and I don't know where I can't find it. It might be in the email that where she wanted it to be and I must have not put her on there.
She's on
So there'll
policy,
be at
is what he's
least
trying
be
to
on
say.
policy.
She wanted to be
There'll
on
be at
policy.
least two of us then.
Right,
Because I thought
so
it's
I need
silly
one-
for just me.
I need one more to go on the policy committee.
Didn't you say Polly was going to be on that?
It's
Polly and
it's-
Lisa?
It's Lisa, Polly, that's just two people on the policy. We need one more. Or do you not need, you can have just two?
Up to 3, so you could have 2.
Right. Okay, so,
I think I see Tim raising his hand.
Tim raising your head to be on policy committee?
I swear I saw him raise his hand.
I did, I could, I know you want it.
I'm good, I'm good with the way it
Okay,
is.
all right.
You know, what we've discussed.
Okay.
Because there are committees that probably only need one person. Like the
Yeah.
Iron Range Youth in Action only needs one person. They don't
Yeah.
meet that frequently.
I was in policy before, I can be on it,
I'm
I
gonna
want
bite.
3 on it.
Yeah.
Well, would you, how would the board, would you like to see 3 people on
On
this?
policy is a major committee. I believe it's in the board's best interest to have 3 people on
Okay.
that committee.
So Lisa, or Nicole, would you like to fill that spot?
I will fill that spot.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna use the word like.
Thank you,
Okay.
Director
Yeah.
Culbert Dahl.
You're welcome, you owe me.
So on the buildings and grounds, as it said, we got Polly, Bill, and John. Budget finance, it's community of the whole. Community education is just Brandy. Okay. Athletics and activities is, to write this down on your thing if you have your in front of you, is Nicole, Tim, and John on athletics. Policy is Lisa, Polly, and Nicole. Personnel is Polly, Brandy, and Lisa. Staff, or district curriculum and staff development is just Brandy. Meet and confer is Lisa, Brandy, and Nicole. The wellness is school principals. Iron Range Youth in Action is Brandy. AFSCME is Bill, John, and Tim. Negotiations teachers, Bill, John, and Tim. City liaisons are Evelyn for John, Gilbert is myself, and Virginia is Nicole Culbert-Dahl. Indian education is Mr. Reardon. Legislative liaison is Lisa, Tim, and Polly also requested to be on that. Do you need 3 on legislative liaison? I mean, I don't even know what that, what do you do? What do you do with that?
It's a liaison,
Okay.
so you're as needed.
As
So
needed,
it's-
you gotta go down to the legislature on MSBA's day at the Capitol. You stop by and see all of the people from the Northland because they all do kind of vote in a pack, so it's nice to stop in and see everybody.
So
What have we had in the past?
we've
One,
had just one.
at least
And
wants
it's-
to be on there, so.
Lisa, I
So
mean, but you can have an
Lisa-
alternate if Lisa can't make it, and then if Lisa can't make it, I know Polly requested to be on that. I mean, how often do you go down to the,
I go down a couple times a year. I go down and testify, so. But part of that is because I'm on MSBA also. So, I mean, it's taking.
So
it's
do we
taking-
really just need one? Is that what you're?
Yeah, really, I mean, because you have to go down there and you spend a whole day or maybe 2 days down there.
And to do what, again?
You go down and you lobby, you go down and testify. You don't really lobby, you'll go in and, like, I'll go in and see Dave, and go in and see the other reps in our area and just talk to them about our needs and how they're gonna vote on, specific policies. So, like this year, one of the major ones that I'll be talking to them about is the SRO.
I mean, my opinion is just because Lisa and I are the newest board members, that it probably would behoove her to at least be a part of that or whatever,
I think having 2 would be fine, but I don't think we need 3 if 1 would have been sufficient.
okay. So Lisa, you want to stay on? I would say it'd be important. So, all right, so then on legislative liaison, we got Lisa and Tim, and then the rec board is non-existent, right? Okay,
You don't need people there.
right, okay, so with this committee, assignment that I just described to all of you, are you fine with it?
The community education, do we meet with that? That's what Brandy's on. Do you need more than one
I mean,
person?
personally, I think it would be nice to have a second one for the purpose of, and again, they don't meet that frequently, but like.
In case you can't make it.
If it's during the school day, I oftentimes have a hard time getting there because I'm like teachers and you get, 3 days or whatever during the school year for time off. And so, just in case there's scheduling conflicts.
Would the board make a recommendation on who besides me?
I think Nicole or Lisa would be great on that.
I don't, but it's up to you. I would
I would
take one.
Could you put Director Sorkin in that spot, or yes or no, or?
Is that one of the?
Because I want to make sure we get a fair amount of committees.
Yeah, well, since she's not here, we can put her on it.
Well, she just said that, I'd be happy to fill in on all the other unfilled committees. A personnel meeting, confer in legislative.
So it's up to you, Nicole. Would you like to?
What is, what do you?
They meet, once or twice a year, generally speaking?
Just, go ahead, Chad.
4 times a year.
Oh, 4?
We have a community education committee that meets 4 times a year to go over general business that's happening in community ed, from everything from early childhood, pre-K, to activities and classes and stuff that we're offering.
Okay.
How many are you on?
I feel like I'm in
Lisa.
the policy committee is the big one.
Lisa's on one.
Actually, that's Nicole.
Nicole, excuse me.
Wait,
Excuse
I'm
me.
one. Did she call me Lisa again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Pretty soon
apologize.
you're gonna get.
Seriously. I know.
Nicole, you're on 1, 2, 3. You're on 3.
So this would be my 4th.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're on 4. It'd be your 5th. Your 5th.
So Polly said she's willing to,
Yeah,
let's
she's willing
put
to-
Polly there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so we'll put Polly on that one.
Easy enough.
Okay. I'll give this to you. Okay,
Yeah.
and you can update it.
Right,
It's the
but the board has to
Yeah.
approve it first.
Okay,
Okay.
Sorry, there we
I'll
go.
make a motion to approve as presented this evening.
So we had a motion already.
We
I
had a
made
motion.
motion.
Oh, that's
That was
right.
just
No,
to add me. So I will,
you gotta make the motion, because we went right into discussion. we just talked.
no, I did make a motion.
Yeah, she did, and I
did.
seconded it.
So I will retract my original motion
Okay.
and make a motion to accept the committee assignments as adjusted this evening.
Okay, very good. So we got a motion by Director Lotiger,
I second that.
second by Director Reardon. Any more discussion? None being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7:13, thank you, Noel, you can have this and you can send out a.
Perfect.
New list to everybody. 7:13, can I get a motion to approve 7:13?
I will move.
7:13, we got a motion by, yeah. Any,
For the sake of discussion, I'll second it.
okay, right? For a second by
Because
Reardon.
I'd like some information on it, especially when it says reconsider, so.
I can speak to that.
Okay, all right, any discussion? Will, you want to come and speak to it?
Yep. This is from a couple of years ago when the Evlith Area Community Foundation wanted to recover stuff and save things. Figgy Ritako sent stuff in, and this item was tabled.
For ownership, right? Who owned it?
Yeah,
Is this the one in the Franklin?
yes,
The library.
in the library.
In the
yes.
library,
And
okay.
some people think it's a WPA, some don't. We're pulling away the bookshelves now to take a look, but it doesn't seem to match a WPA, just with the brightness and everything that's in it. Not that I'm
An expert.
artist or anything, but we haven't found a plaque or anything, so we'll see when we finally pull last shelves of the library and move those to a different spot. But they want it.
And they're gonna keep it here in Evelyn.
Well, they would like, yes, if they can get it off.
Yeah.
The biggest problem there is that is glued to concrete. That is not a freestanding, a separate floating, let's take it down. Somebody has gone bottom right and there's just little, and that thing's not coming off without major steaming or whatever. Again, I won't sound like an expert. Well, probably could try, but it looks like it's going to be very tough to get that off. The Evelyn Area Community Foundation is interested in looking at that, trying to get it off, trying to save it.
And they would be responsible for all the costs that it would.
And they would be the ones attempting to get it off?
Yep.
Okay.
And we don't have anybody else asking for it.
No.
Okay, thanks, Willie.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got a motion by Colbert Dahl, support by Reardon. Any more discussion on this from the board members? With none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7:14, can I get a motion to approve 7:14?
I will make that motion.
Motion by Director Yuhan,
I'll second.
supported by Westby. Any discussion?
This isn't anything that we could benefit from?
No, we do not need this equipment. It's there. The Northland Learning Center saw it. They have a need for it. And I said, well, just ask the board if you would like to have it, which is consistent with what we've done with all the other pieces of equipment.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7:15, can I get a motion to approve 7:15?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by
I'll
Director
second it.
Lotiger, support by Westby. Any discussion?
Tell them to take lots.
Yeah, tell them.
Lots of lockers, lots of chairs, lots of other stuff.
Yeah.
You can tell them that because they're interested, so.
Oh, it says lots of, yeah, bring a big truck.
Yeah. Any more discussion on 7:15? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7:16, can I get a motion to approve? I will approve that, actually.
Support.
Motion by Director Addy, support by Director Lotiger. Any discussion?
I do like the idea. I think it's a cool idea. I just want to make sure, I guess, that nobody else wants it.
And just for clarification,
Yeah.
he will remove it himself.
Okay.
You know, the electricity's been cut to it, so there's no power to it. It's just a scoreboard that doesn't sit too many feet off the ground, actually. I mean,
And to answer your question,
Yeah.
we have no other individual or organization
That's
who's interested in
Okay.
that particular
Sure.
scoreboard.
so, no more discussion on
Do
7:16?
we have a timeline for them to remove it?
Fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
I will.
he's probably needs to get it off within 2 or 3 months if he can.
well, he'll probably do it sooner than that.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll just make sure he knows that.
Yeah. Any more discussion on 7:16? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. 7:17, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Or moved by Reardon,
I'll support.
support by Colbert Dahl. Any discussion? Okay, well, with none being had, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Okay, 7:18.
I have.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
7:18, go ahead.
7:18, this is gonna, Andrew, you can come up here and just give us a little rundown of what we got in front of us.
17 was.
I don't have a 17, 18 on my.
Well, it was added.
Yeah, we added it.
Oh, we added it. Got it. Okay.
The addition of the resolution, this is the resolution with the IRRR for funding for the North Star Elementary and also possibly with the, our James Madison building for that. So we do need this so we can move forward with them.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
okay, we got a motion by Director Yuhan,
Support or let Brandy.
support by Director Lotiger.
Thanks, John.
Any discussion? This is a roll call vote.
Can you
Direct-
just just
Go ahead. Discussion.
repeat exactly what this is?
This is funding that would be through the IRRR. So we would have $1 million for our North Star Elementary School, and then $1 million through the for the James Madison Building.
So this is,
If possible.
so just to, for my head, this is coming from the IRRR. You don't have to repay it.
This is an application, isn't it? This is,
To make up.
Application right now, and we have to go through the application process to go through it.
Okay.
To get this on there.
Okay. Any more discussion on 718? This is a roll call vote. Okay, Director Reardon.
Yes.
Director Reardon is a yes. Director Lotiger.
Yes.
Director Lotiger is a yes. Director Yuhan.
yes.
Director Yuhan is a yes. Director Addy is a yes. Director Culver-Dahl.
Yes.
Director Culver-Dahl is a yes. Director Westby.
Yes.
Director Westby is a yes. Motion passes unanimously. Item 8, meeting announcements. Our next regular meeting will be February 26, 2024, here in the Rockridge, in this administrative building. And we got, if you notice stuff on your, you probably, this stuff here from the kids, the culinary arts made some treats for just us being a good board members and doing the best we can for the thankless job that we signed up for.
It's School Board Appreciation Month.
Yeah, School Board Appreciation Month.
Yeah.
I personally made the lemon bars with a few of my classmates.
Awesome. Can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
So we have treats here. There's more than,
I do have something else though I want.
okay.
I just have a question about the rec. I know that the rec board used to be tied in with the Evelyn School District. Now, I think, I just want to let it be known, I think that they've joined together most of the recreation, haven't they? And do they,
And you have an expert in the audience right here who can probably tell you a little bit about that.
Last year, the rec board officially dissolved. There is no more rec board. Community Ed has taken over youth activities that traditionally happened in Evelyn and merged them with a lot of the stuff that Virginia used to do. So there is no more rec board. Community education is running those programs.
Yeah.
because I was just thinking like hockey, that's,
They're on their
It's
own.
its own association,
yeah.
yeah. And
Rockridge Youth Hockey
baseball is
Association.
its own association.
And they're not, they run through the rec,
They have their own board.
their own board, so
Yep,
we'll
they're their own entity.
we'll just stay out of that, right, John?
Stay right out of, my chair's comfy right here.
Yeah. Okay, that was my only question, because I knew that the two towns had joined and done some cooperative stuff. Good, okay.
Hey, was there anything anybody else wanted to add? Noel, do you want to add anything?
No, just that it is school board month. Enjoy the treats, take them home. And you do have a thankless job. You have a lot of people who do armchair analysis, but they don't want to be sitting in your chair. And I've said this before, and I'll say this again, and I'll keep saying it. You have a tougher job as a school board than almost any other school board in the upper Midwest because of the vast amount of changes and how fast things are happening in the moment. So kudos, and for all the people who do not in a position to thank you, I thank you for the Rockridge community.
Okay.
Thanks, Noel.
Thank you.
With that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Support by Director Westby. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you.